Hey, and welcome to this absolutely gorgeous Saturday, and we're going to make a video. She kind of inspired me, which she usually does. As she was walking around, she made me think about something we usually tell our students, and that is to get off the escalator. Well, you might be wondering what that means. So basically it means when you're faced with a situation, instead of just staying where you are, you problem solve. So you help yourself improve your situation. So she's going to show you a few examples of how to do that. So as you can see, I know it's a little hard to tell from this angle, but she has gotten herself kind of trapped in this big hole. So since she is blind, it makes it a lot more difficult, for her to find her way out. Now, the easy thing would be for me to go pick her up and to get her out of this hole. But you notice she's not whining. So even though she's blind, she's not worried. She's sniffing around, trying to figure out her surroundings, and she's going to problem solve. She's going to get off the escalator and figure out how to get herself out of this situation. Right now, she's just kind of showing us the importance of processing your situation. So even though she knows that she is kind of stuck right now, she's not going to let it get her down. She's sniffing the air. In a way, she's kind of enjoying where she is right now because she's not worried. She's not stressed, and she's going to figure it out. So she's kind of perched up in the right side of this little hole, just enjoying the breeze again. And we'll see if she figures out a way to climb out of her situation. Just looking behind her. And that's another thing. It's important when you're trying to get off the escalator is if one thing doesn't work, try something different. Approach it from a different angle. And maybe your solution will present itself. Another piece of advice I feel like she would give if she could talk is she would probably tell us, you know what? I know that I'm blind. I know that a lot of people would call that a disability. Oh, and see, look. She's now climbed out of that situation. She did not let her disability impact her ability to figure out a way to problem solve. So she has kind of made me think, even if you have a disability, don't think of it like that. She's turned her disability into an ability. She's using her strengths, like mainly her sense of smell, to figure out how to problem solve and to turn her situation into something better. So that would be a big piece of advice I would definitely say is to, when you're getting off the escalator, don't let your disabilities prevent you from figuring out how to make your situation, turn it from a negative to a positive one. So here's another situation that's interesting for a dog who's blind. She's now kind of trapped herself in this little area of mulch and plants. And she's trying to figure out either how to get on the sidewalk or the grass. Ooh, did you notice what she did there? She sniffed around, she processed, and she didn't let other people do the work for her. She found a way around the situation she was in and found a way to get out of it. So just because a situation looks like it doesn't have a solution, sometimes you have to get creative. Sometimes you have to just try something that you've never tried before. And here we go, where Miss Sadie has yet again put herself in a situation that looks kind of tough. She's trapped in this another mulch area that has a big tree, so she can't really get out this way very much. And, oh wow, there's a huge bush right here. So, here is the sidewalk. But again, notice she's not whining, she's not complaining. She's going to get off the escalator. And here's another good thing. Do you notice? There is, I guess they call it a little wire or metal handle or something right there. She was about to walk forward to try to get herself out of this, and she bumped into that metal thing. Well, right now she's probably thinking, oh, I can't go forward, so I've got to figure out a different way to get out of this situation. Looks like she's about to try something. She has made her way over to the edge of the house. She's stopped to process. She's figuring out what she wants to do. It's a very important part of getting off the escalator. So you have to have time to think. She's coming over this way. Maybe she'll try to step up onto the driveway. We'll see. It's a pretty big step. But if you believe in yourself, you can make it happen. And she's pulled herself up. So she has gotten herself. And she might want to go back in. Who knows? Silly girl. Oh, see, here's another good life lesson she would show. So this was a pretty scary situation. She was trapped in between all these really tall, scary things in the house. But what did she do as soon as she stepped up here? Well, she turned and went right back in. The situation didn't seem scary anymore. So another benefit of getting off the escalator is definitely seeing what you thought was a bad situation in a different way. It's not as scary as you originally thought because you conquered your fear. You stepped out of your comfort zone just like she did. Of course, another exciting benefit of stepping off the escalator is you notice that she's kind of picked up her pace a lot. She's walking faster. Well, of course she, slows down as soon as I say that. Oh, there she goes. So, like I said, another benefit is you really feel more confident about yourself and your abilities. You can do things that you didn't think you could do before. She has her head up more. She's standing straighter. And I see a confident look in her eyes. Now, I know she doesn't have eyes. That was just a little blind joke. Uh-oh. So she's run into another obstacle. She's run into me. But what's she going to do? Is she just going to stand there and let my presence, my current location, prevent her from going to play? Or is she going to find a way around me? That's exactly what getting off the escalator looks like. She's going to find another way. So what's she going to do? So she's like, you know what? I really don't need to go that way. I'm going to go this way and explore something new. Now, of course, for a blind dog, the outside is really not the most scary place because there's tons of space. Where the perils really lie is inside. We've got all the dangerous legs of the furniture and chairs that you could bump into. So let's see how she gets off the escalator inside. Oh, and she's bumped herself into the corner, and now she's bumped herself into me. But as you could see, even though she bumped into something, she turned herself right back around. In my opinion, I think that dogs with disabilities have the biggest, I guess they don't let things get them down because they've learned to cope with it. So, and there she goes bumping into something else again. But you can see that she just has this incredible drive just to never give up. And she's had to deal with that from being blind. So their strength to get off the escalator is really strong. So we hope you really liked our video about getting off the escalator and the importance of never giving up. And so we would just like to take this moment to really give a shout out to everybody who is really trying to get through. I know this situation is really, really hard, but everybody is doing such a great job working together and really trying to make the best out of the situation. So I think I see a lot of situations that this whole country is really trying to get off the escalator and trying to problem solve without complaining about it. I know it can be really hard. So we hope that you enjoyed this video, and just remember, always look for ways that you can get off the escalator and problem solve your situation. So let's see you next time. Bye, Sadie.